Another way that we can combine two statements is in such a way that the combination is true as long as at least one of them is true. Right? We want the combination to be true whenever something is true. Suppose we have the two statements, Frank does the laundry, Jim cooks dinner. If we know that one or both of these is true, what would we say in English? Well, we would say Frank does the laundry or Jim cooks dinner. Now, when you're wording that sentence in English, you might be tempted to add something extra, right? You might say Frank does the laundry or Jim cooks dinner, or both, to clarify that it's also possible that both of those are true, that Frank does the laundry and Jim cooks dinner. And that's because the way that we use or in English is ambiguous. There are two kinds of or in English. There's an exclusive or, where you say or, but both parts can't be true. The classic example here is your money or your life, right? You're walking through the forest in medieval England, and somebody jumps out of the forest at you and points a crossbow, which is a completely normal, everyday situation that I'm sure we can all relate to. So they jump out of the forest and they point a crossbow at you and they say, your money or your life. And your expectation is that if you give them your money, they're not going to shoot you with the crossbow. If they go ahead and shoot you with the crossbow, you're going to be pretty angry. And you're not going to feel any better about it if they say, oh, I'm sorry, that was an inclusive or. In an inclusive or, exactly the same word in English, both parts might be true. So one example might be, you must take an art class or a humanities class this semester to graduate, right? Your advisor might say that to you. If your advisor says that to you, and you sign up for an art class and a humanities class, you're still going to get to graduate. In logic, we are always using an inclusive or. So we're always using the kind of or where both parts might be true. And that's our definition of what's called a disjunction. The disjunction of two statements, where we write P and then this V shape and then Q, and read it as P or Q, is the statement that is false when both statements are false and true the rest of the time. Now, there's often some confusion between this symbol, which is and this symbol, which is or, right? They look the same, they're the other way up. There's a relationship between them, right? They're kind of the same thing but upside down. And the way to remember this is that this one looks like the letter A, and this one doesn't. So and is the one that looks like an A, or is the one that doesn't look like an A. But again, in our truth table, we have all possible combinations of P and Q, and then in this column we show P or Q computed from the values of P and Q. Right, so here we have both of P and Q true, so P or Q is true. Here we have just P true, P or Q is true. Just Q true, P or Q is true. But if both of them are false, that's when P or Q is false.